Hey everyone, so today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking all about my tattoos, about my experience, the shops that I've been to, and stuff like that. But first off, I want to start by saying that if you do not personally like tattoos, that is totally fine, but I'm going to ask you to please exit out of this video. I personally love tattoos, and I mean I have 3, so obviously I like them, and it's fine if you don't. I just don't know why you would be watching this video if you don't like tattoos, so I would just appreciate it if you would just exit out of the video, because I don't want any negativity on this, and I don't want to start any like stupid arguments or something like that. So yeah, let's just get on with it. So starting off, I don't know if you know, I'm 23 years old. I got my very first tattoo when I was 18, and over the years I've gotten 2 more, so I have 3 in total. If you don't know that, if you don't like watch my videos regularly, or if you don't follow me on Instagram. So the first tattoo I got when I was 18. I got it on my hip, and all of my tattoos have like a significance or a meaning behind them. I don't just get tattoos just to get them, and if you do, that's totally fine. I just feel that all of my tattoos have a story behind them and have a deep meaning and really mean a lot to me. So my first tattoo on my hip, I'll insert like a clip of what it looks like. I definitely need to get it touched up. It's been 5 years since I got it, so it's fading a little bit, which is what happens with tattoos over time. Nothing is permanent. And I got it because it reminds me of my great-grandma. The year at the bottom is the date that she was born and the date she died. I got the nautical star, or the NorCal star is what people call it, because I just really liked the look of the star. And then the 7s across the top of the star are slot machine 7s. They're like the old school slot machine 7s. Inside of those 7s is the Irish and Italian flag. So if you look closely, it's green, white, and then the last 7 fades from red to orange. So that has to do with me being Irish and Italian, and my Gigi also being Irish and Italian. She was almost full-blooded Italian, and she came, her family came here from Italy to, you know, give them a better life, and there's a whole story. I could talk on and on about that forever, but my Gigi was an amazing, amazing woman. She meant the world to me, and when she passed, it was really hard for me, so I knew early on that I wanted to get a tattoo commemorating her, and so that's what I ended up getting. So for like the pain aspect, I'm just going to rate it on like a scale of 1 to 10. Since it was my first tattoo and it was on my hip, I was expecting it to hurt a lot, and it actually didn't hurt that bad. It did hurt when I got close to my bone on my hip, but other than that, it was probably like, I don't know, like a 5 maybe, if that. Again, it was a while ago, so I can't remember it all that clearly, but I remember it not hurting that bad. Tattoos really just feel like almost like a bee sting or a needle scraping across the top of your skin, which is what it's doing. But yeah, it really wasn't that bad. For my second tattoo, I got my dog Fred, which if you don't follow me on Instagram or haven't watched some of my videos and my vlogs and stuff, you wouldn't know that I have a Basset Hound. He is 13 years old and he is the love of my life. He currently lives in Bakersfield with my mom, so I don't get to see him that often, but I love him to death. He is such a character, and he is getting towards the end stages of his life, and I know I wanted to get something to remember him by, because he's just been the most amazing dog and my best friend, and I just love him. So I ended up getting his paw print on my foot, and it is shrunken down a lot because his paw is pretty massive, so I got it shrunken down so it would fit better on my foot, and I think it turned out really well. I liked that I was able to get his specific paw print put on my body instead of doing just like a generic, like one out of a book or that you would find on the internet. It's specific to him, it's going to remind me of him, and there's not going to be anything else out there that looks anything like it, unless my mom decides to get the tattoo too, which she's thinking about. So pain-wise, it was freaking horrible. It was probably a 9 out of 10, or maybe an 8, 8.5. It wasn't to the point where I was like on the verge of tears or anything like that. I feel like I might have a high pain tolerance, but it was extremely painful. The outline was okay, and then when he started to get into shading, it was pretty bad. It was to the point where when he was getting to the end, if it would have gone any longer, like if it would have been a bigger tattoo, I probably would have had to tell him to stop just because it hurt so bad. And if you do your research, or if you've heard people talk about tattoos at all, you know that the foot and the ribs are like the two worst places to get tattooed. And I definitely agree with that, because that was extremely painful. I love the way it turned out. I think it was definitely worth it, but it hurt. And then my last tattoo is my one that I got most recently. It is on my wrist, and it is a sewing machine with a rose. So if you don't know, I'm a very crafty person, and my mom taught herself how to sew when she was younger, and she pretty much made my Halloween costumes from the time I was born all the way until I was 18. So that was always something that I can remember hearing our sewing machine going at home, like when I was getting ready to go to bed, or, you know, knowing that she was working on a big project and watching her do that, and that was just a great memory of my childhood. And then she taught me how to sew, which also holds a lot of meaning to me, because it was a time for us to bond, and for her to teach me something that, you know, not a lot of people know how to do, and I'm so thankful that she taught me how to do it, and that if I ever need to fix something, I can do that no problem. And it also leads into my major, which I'm apparel marketing and design major, so that goes hand in hand with sewing. I just love the fact that I know how to sew, and that I can create something, and if I see something in store that I think is like outrageously priced, which I find myself doing a lot, I think, oh, I can go home and make that for like half the price, and be able to say that I made it, and, you know, that it's one of a kind, and that it's my own. And, you know, if you've watched my videos, I have some DIYs with sewing, and I know not everybody loves sewing, but it's very close to my heart. So when I got my sewing machine tattoo done, I knew I had wanted it for a while, and I just absolutely love the way it turned out. I love the guy that did it. I love the shop, and I probably won't get a tattoo anywhere else in any other shop. I will probably always go to that shop, just because I was so amazed at what he was able to do. And all the artists that are in that shop are really amazing people. It's in San Francisco, and it's just amazing, and I will never go anywhere else. Pain-wise for this tattoo, it was probably like a 5. It really didn't hurt that bad. When I got close to my, like, more down towards my hand, or closer to my, like, or my wrist bone, it hurt a little bit, but at certain points it kind of went numb. But it wasn't that bad. The pain wasn't that bad. So that's pretty much it. I would say if you were thinking about getting a tattoo, I really recommend thinking about it for a while. I've thought about all these tattoo ideas for a very long time. The one that I got on my hip, I thought about for almost 2 years before I could actually get it, because like I said, I was 18 when I got it. The paw print tattoo, I had also been thinking about for a very, very, very long time before I got it, probably a year. And then my wrist tattoo, same thing. I just think it's great to think about what you want to get and spend time and make sure that it's something you really want on your body for the rest of your life, because it is going to be there. It's not like you can just wipe it off and it's gone. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. And I can remember when I wanted a huge koi fish on my foot, and I'm so glad that I did not get that huge koi fish on my foot, because it was just something that I spur of the moment wanted really bad, and didn't really think about it, and didn't really have a meaning behind why I wanted the fish. And I'm just really glad that I didn't get it. I think koi fish tattoos are amazingly beautiful. I just didn't really have a significant reason as to why I wanted it, and I'm glad that I waited and I didn't get it. So I recommend doing your research, finding a shop that you like, that has a good reputation, saving up your money, because tattoos are not cheap, especially if you get them done from someone that's, you know, good and safe and knows what they're doing. You want somebody that knows what they're doing. Make sure you look at their portfolio and see work that they've done in the past. Definitely do your research and make sure it's something that you really want for the rest of your life. So I hope this helped you. I hope this video was informative for you guys, and if you have any questions at all, just leave them down in the comments below and I will be happy to answer anything for you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.
Swinging in the backyard, pull up in your fast car, whistling my name. Open up a beer and you say get over here and play a video.